great integrity.
And here come the dogs. The first of our best of breed winners, the Alaskan Malamute.
And here's the Bernese Mountain Dog.
And the Bouvier Des Flandres.
The wonderful powerhouse of the Bouvier Des Flandres.
Please welcome the Boxer.
Big cheer for the Boxer, always a popular breed here.
The Bullmastiff.
And here's the Bullmastiff best of breed winner.
Canadian Eskimo Dog.
And a rarer breed, the Canadian Eskimo Dog.
Please welcome the Dobermann.
Just 14 of them at Crufts this year, in contrast to the Dobermann, who's our next best of breed winner.
Dogue de Bordeaux.
And here's the Dogue de Bordeaux, the French Mastiff.
Entlebucher Mountain Dog.
And
Next
there's
is
the Entlebucher Mountain Dog.
The German Pinscher.
Please welcome the giant Schnauzer.
The giant Schnauzer, the biggest of the Schnauzer breed.
And we have the Great Dane,
And a true giant, the Great Dane.
followed by the Great Swiss Mountain Dog.
The greater Swiss Mountain Dog, one of the Swiss mountain breeds, the tricolour. The Greenland Dog comes in next.
Followed by
Just
the
8 of those
Hovawart.
competing at Crufts this year.
And the German breed, the Hovawart.
And now we see the Leonberger.
The gorgeous Leonberger.
All the way from Russia, this one.
Followed by the Mastiff.
The Mastiff, the Brindle, used to be called the Old English Mastiff.
Please welcome the Neapolitan Mastiff.
And here we have the Italian cousin, the Neapolitan Mastiff.
And the next doggy is the Newfoundland.
Big cheers for the Newfoundland. This is a
Please welcome the Portuguese Water Dog.
brown one, yes.
The Portuguese Water Dog with that characteristic clip.
And here we see the Rottweiler.
Big round of applause for the Rottweiler.
And
Into the ring, the Russian Black Terrier.
followed in the Russian Black Terrier. And this one has come from Russia.
And welcome the St. Bernard.
There's
The
the
massive bone and head of the St. Bernard. Beautiful dog.
Followed by the Siberian Husky.
They're the fleeting gait of the Siberian Husky.
And
And enjoying the
final dog in this ring
situation.
is the Tibetan Mastiff.
All the way from Finland, this one, the Tibetan Mastiff.
Very impressive.
The last of our best of breed winners in the working group.
The commentary box in the hands of Graham Hill and Jonathan Daltrey.
Thank you, Kim. Good evening, everyone.
So Dave Killerley going to have a walk down his lineup and take a look at the best of breeds that have been sent through to him by all the breed judges.
Judged on this, the first day of Crufts 2018. The working group contains some of the most
He'll have taken in the general outline of the dogs as they entered the ring. Now it's time to see them standing, looking at their balance, outline.
The Dogue de Bordeaux there being shown standing forward so you can see that characteristic face and expression. Look at the size of the Great Dane. Wonderful presence.
And that
There's a real diversity of
impressive
size and build in these breeds, yet all have one
Mastiff.
very much in common.
and the Leonberger and the Neapolitan Mastiff. Study of concentration on the judge.
Describe the vital work of which these dogs excel.
So, as Dave Killerley completes his first look at all the 25 best of breed winners, including the best import regiment.
And now forward, the first of the dogs, it's the Alaskan Malamute. Champion Snowshoes Aurora Borealis. It's been sent forward by Simon Luxmore. Its owner, Jean and Jesse Smith. And it's a big winner. 4 best of breed winners and 11 challenge certificates. This is a very impressive bitch. Again, it's the heaviest of the sled dogs. It's bred for pulling heavy weights over long distances. It's not a speed dog, strongly boned, strong hindquarters.
Originating in the United States of America, The Alaskan Malamute was named after the
His name
Malamute
derives from the Malamute tribes around the Norton Sound in Alaska, and this is a real working dog designed for hauling heavy weights through all temperatures. That coat is quite harsh to the touch, isn't it, Frank, with a thick undercoat?
And the guard hairs, and of course it has to be fit for function to survive in climates like that. Furred ears, the long tail like a waving plume. They can curl up and wrap the tail around them to protect them at night.
Heavy bone, good long stride, plenty of drive from behind.
Over 203 Bernese here today for Judge Entlebucher.
Second to be judged, the Bernese Mountain Dog. This is champion Athersburn Petronella Blush, known as Blush, at home with Mike and Di Atherton. 9th challenge certificate today, and this such a characteristic breed, those tricolour markings. One of the 4 Swiss herding breeds, also used as a powerful draft animal for the weavers and dairy farmers of the Swiss mountains.
Bernese comes from the town of Durbach.
They always have those 4 little white paws, don't they? And the gloss on that black coat is fabulous in bloom.
You know, it's a bit of canine folklore that this white marking down the chest signifies the white cross on the Swiss flag, but that may not be always true. However, I've seen these dogs cart in with their carts. They used to be called the cheese factory dog because they used to haul the cheeses in carts from the factory to the shops. And I've seen wonderful exhibitions of this in Switzerland. The owners in national dress and the dogs. It's a wonderfully impressive sight. This is a very nice, strongly boned, coming.
Bouvier Des Flandres. There was an entry of 41, and breed judge Steve Hall awarded best of breed.
The judge now looking at the Bouvier Des Flandres. This is champion and Dutch champion Lisport, Lord of the Rings. He's already a big winner, won the group at Crufts in 2016. He's owned by Fiona Lambert from Windsor, and he's top winner in the breed for many years. Now training as a working carting dog too. Amazing. Strong breed hailing from the Low Countries, the Bouvier Des Flandres in Belgium, where they're very popular.
Flemish origins of the breed and the purpose that this breed is used for.
And Bouvier, the word, means cattle herder. He's an upstanding, fearless dog, working farm dog.
The present breed standard was
That coat should be profuse, coarse. They're a compact animal, deep-bodied, heavy-boned, quite short back though, aren't they, Frank, for the size of the dog?
A lot of substance under them. Interestingly, they were almost wiped out after the First World War, and an army vet got a nucleus of breeding stock to help the breed to survive.
And of course that wonderful moustache and beard.
From 2 years ago, and he must have been very pleased with the top entry in the working group this year of 200.
What a spectacular outline. Champion Lanfrese Ocolado, the boxer. He's known as Dave at home, 5 years old, belongs to Mitch Griffiths. And of course the boxer was developed in Germany from the Bullenbeißer, or the bull biter, used to hunt bear and boar in the 19th century. Classic short-faced breed, that wonderful arched skull. It's broad and topped by ears that should fall forwards and nice and close to the face, beautifully shown there.
Translatable data are considered to be part of the ancestry and the makeup of the boxer.
It's my belief that we have some of the best boxers in the world in this country, and this dog is top boxer in the country for 2017. He's already a group winner. You know,
striking, aren't they? It's so energetic on the move. There isn't an ounce of spare flesh on that dog. It's all muscle and fitness.
And a strong, slightly sloping top line, this wonderful fullness in the foreface. And of course, those who've lived with a boxer know they are characters without compare. They're great character dogs. I was brought up with Bengo, the boxer puppy. I don't know whether you remember that with Tim Hart, but it made the breed popular. They came over to England after the Second World War.
Fiona Miller judged the excellent entry of 172 Bullmastiff.
Now the Bullmastiff. We already saw this dog in the Champion Stakes earlier. High Underscar on a mission with Coolby Moore. He's 2 years old, and he's won today and winning his 6th challenge certificate. Reserve best in show at Birmingham last year. Beautiful dog, light on his feet. This was a gamekeeper's dog, used to keep poachers at bay. They used to take them out at night and frighten away the poachers.
Speed, strength and endurance were developed so that it could overtake and capture an intruder without moving forward.
Fantastic substance in this breed. His ancestors are the Bulldog and the Old English Mastiff, and that combination produced the necessary courageous temperament, forbidding size, but they need agility too. They should be swift on their feet.
And athletic enough to jump a 5-barred gate, it said. So that would, and in the early days, the brindle was the more popular colour because it was camouflaged at night for working to give the poachers a nasty fright. Yeah.
And that coat is short, hard, very weather resistant because, of course, these were outdoor working dogs. This one a fawn, always with a black mask.
And still a relatively young dog, but he's got wonderful movement.
Entry of 14, we've chosen this
Akana Asavakit, the Canadian Eskimo dog. Just 14 entered at Crufts this year. This one's a 4-year-old bitch. They're one of the rarer working dogs, a breed whose history can be traced all the way back, almost 1,000 years, but they almost became extinct after the mechanisation of transport and haulage in the north. Typical Spitz, with a wedge-shaped head, prick ears and that plume of a tail curled over the back.
They're not built so much for speed, but rather for hard work.
Now these come in a variety of colours, and also, again, the tail, a feature of the breed, arched over the back, protective in all weathers.
They can survive in the most extraordinary extremes of temperatures, literally sleeping under the stars with a thick crust of ice on that pelt.
And the breed has survived because the Canadian Kennel Club, worried about the future of the breed, got together with the Canadian Dog Research to help the breed to survive.
All with abundant energy. Canadian Eskimo.
Dobermann were judged today by Roberto Wright.
Now that sharp, crisp outline of the Dobermann come forward from a big entry today. It is Jojovic Penelope Pitstoff, and she's a big winner. She's won 14 cc's, 10 times best of breed. So she comes from a famous kennel in Essex, and they're the wedge-shaped head, the slightly sloping top line, this wonderful coat in great condition, strongly boned, and this high-set tail. That typifies the outline of the Dobermann.
Ancestry is unknown, but is believed to be a mixture of many dog breeds, including the Rottweiler, Black and Tan Terrier.
Well, if you were collecting taxes back in the mid-19th century, you'd likely find yourself in need of a minder, and Louis Dobermann did. And so he took a German Shepherd dog and German Pinschers and created himself a breed which took his name. Full of courage, the Dobermann's tough and intelligent, capable of swift agility.
I think he'd be a very good ally when collecting taxes, personally.
I reckon so.
And
this one's striking black and tan, but of course they can also come in blue and fawn, almost red and tan. Such a characteristic shape. This, originally the French Mastiff, the Dogue de Bordeaux. This is Loggerhead's Aston Martin. Aston, 5 years old, comes from Basildon in Essex, handled by Mark Ranger, and owned together with his wife, Debbie. Instantly recognisable by that fine, short coat in all shades of fawn, from a rich mahogany through to the palest Isabella, and by the magnificent head. So characteristic. They're said to have an expression that can be mistaken for none others. It's often described as a frank expression.
Strength to pull heavy objects and carts. It's a good guard dog too.
Now, this is a French Mastiff. It was used as a guard dog from the 14th century, used also for hunting and fighting, sadly. In the French Revolution, many of them were slaughtered with their aristocratic owners, so that decimated the breed. In the 19th century, we had some dogs go from England, some Bullmastiff types and Mastiff types, to help the breed survive in the Bordeaux region of France.
Well, I should imagine in France he was often used to help guard vineyards, and that's a useful thing to want to guard.
Now, again, this is a breed which drops its head when moving. The low head carriage is typical of the breed.
And now welcome to the very first import registered dog to compete in a group at Crufts.
Now this is the Entlebucher Mountain Dog. Now this has come not from the breed classes, but from the import register classes. So this is again one of the 4 tricolour Swiss breeds. One of the smallest of them, a dense but shorter coat. Again, it could be a herding dog and sometimes used for carting. So it's one from the other import breeds today.
The term Sennenmann refers to the Sennen herders in the Swiss Alps.
This is Buddy, 3 years old. They come from South Wales, and he's owned by Darren Bainton and Sean Bebb. They're lower on the leg, longer cast, aren't they, than the larger cousins?
But still sturdy and, again, functional. Nothing exaggerated about them.
The Entlebucher Mountain Dog, 2406. Richard Kinsey was the breed judge today for German Pinschers. And from a breed entry of 30, Richard selected this male as his best of breed.
This is the German Pinscher, the middle-sized member of the Pinscher family between the Minpin and the Dobermann. Originally a vermin hunter, the word Pinscher actually means to bite or to grip. This is Hixton Matrix of Milo at Brintail. Milo's 5.5 years old and comes from Cornwall, handled by Karen Wakefield in the ring tonight.
This tall Terrier
Crufts Best of Breed in 2015 and multiple titles this one.
Controlled vermin, guarded and drove livestock and was a watchdog.
And this is the stereotype of the Pinschers. This is the middle size. We'll see the miniature Pinscher in the toy group.
They're always solid colours, the German Pinschers, in all shades, from a stag red, which is much deeper than this, to Isabella, which is almost fawn.
And we saw the Dobermann earlier, which is from the same family. They're all squarely built, wedge-shaped heads. I'm surprised that this hasn't taken off more, because it's very handy for size, no grooming, and they make great house dogs.
The giant Schnauzer. Schnauzers were judged by Carol.
The giant Schnauzer now, striking black harsh coat, the largest of the Schnauzer varieties. Imposing, strong, originally used as a droving dog. This is champion Philoma Lana Lang. Lana's 3 years old, handled by Kevin Cullen in the ring tonight.
Good all-round protection. It can be traced back to Spartan.
Wonderful, instantly recognisable outline. Head with the fabulous eyebrows, moustache and beard.
Efficiently used not only for droving and for guarding, but for tracking.
And she's handled by Kevin Cullen. Now, you might remember a few years ago they had Best in Show at Crufts with a dog called Philippe Olivier. And he's been very successful. This is a very good bitch, sturdy and strong. The word Schnauzer means whiskered snout, so it's got this harsh, whiskered foreface. A crisp coat. The coat should be crisp right down the legs, and it should have good forechest. There should be nothing of the Terrier type in a giant Schnauzer.
Gary Hooker judged Great Danes here at Crufts with an identical entry to last year's.
Now here's the Great Dane, and it's a young black dog, Al Capone von Gut Steprath, and it's come all the way from Germany to win, and it's still only 18 months old and won an entry of over 200 Danes. The Dane, although it carries the name Great Dane, it really is a German breed. It was really used for hunting wild boar. So it has some people think it should be classified as a sight hound. It has to have good length of leg and a courageous temperament, a look of dash and dare.
By which it still goes by in Germany today. The Apollo of dogs.
And as a hunter originally, that head should be long with powerful jaws, carried on a long arched neck. They really do have a proud bearing about them. Massive bone with lovely straight front legs, deep chested.
The thing about this dog, he's only 18 months old, so he's relatively immature. He'll deepen a little bit in the body. He'll firm up in the top line, which you can see, but he looks as though he's got good ribs. What I like about this dog is that he's light on his feet and a good mover.
They should have a lithe, springy gait, shouldn't they? And you can really see it there.
Dr. Thomas Jörkel was the judge.
Now, we saw the Entlebucher earlier, and this is the Great Swiss Mountain Dog, another tricoloured Swiss Mountain Shepherd herding dog. Taller on the legs, and this one has come all the way from Russia to compete, judged by a Hungarian. This is Sennenhund Estate Cornelia, 2.5 years old, and owned by Elena Pisareva, handled by Ekaterina Safayanova in the ring.
For the process, Schweizer Sennenhund was achieved in 1910.
And this is a close relative of the Bernese Mountain Dog we saw earlier, the shorter-haired variety, same tricolour markings. It's extremely handsome. It was also a carting dog. It almost fell into extinction, but some were found in a remote valley and used as a nucleus for reviving the breed. The owner, interestingly, tells me, maybe the poor English, but they said this dog is charismatic and brains. So there's a great character and very intelligent.
Now we welcome into the ring the best of breed Greenland Dog. The breed was judged today by Steve Hall.
Now here is the Greenland Dog, a relatively rare breed. This was Arabica Avitazamuit at Sled Dog. It's an import from Norway, known simply as Java, and owned by Nicholas Singh and Stuart Winterton, and they come from Lincolnshire. This is the third time she's been best of breed at Crufts, so that's a remarkable record, and the only female Greenland dog ever to win a best of breed at Crufts.
The ancestry of this breed can possibly trace back to dogs accompanying people from Siberia.
Originally an all-purpose haulage dog, this one, in its native Greenland. It's a tough, independent, strong-willed character. A dog definitely not for the faint-hearted, because you will never wear him out.
And this is the only native breed from Greenland still in existence.
Typical Spitz, with that wedge-shaped head, strong, powerful body, plume of a tail carried over the back. They can come in any colour or combination of colours.
And the importation of dogs into Greenland is forbidden because they want to keep this breed absolutely pure.
Breed judged by Steve Hall is the Hovawart. Steve had an entry of 44. Selected this female.
Gentle expression of the Hovawart. This one is Truffle.
Another breed.
A bitch,
Good deal of ancestry.
and she's handled by Karen McClure in the ring. The Hovawart means the guardian of the home, and the dogs of this type date way back to the 1200s in their native Germany. Powerful, mid-sized, that beautiful expression is so characteristic of the breed.
Farmyard warden or estate guard dog, and that's the original purpose of
This is an unexaggerated general-purpose farm dog. This one a black and gold. We'll also see them in black and blonde. So they're absolutely functional. It should be sturdily built, a lean, wedge-shaped head, a silky, hard, good-textured coat.
Very weather-resistant, so it can cope with any work outside.
Could be a herder, guard dog, and a carting dog. There's an all-purpose servant to man.
Hovawart.
And next up in the group ring is the Leonberger. Sue Thomas judged the breed today and found her best of breed.
Now, this is a very impressive Leonberger, Amicus Optimus Vitalis, known as Prussia, owned by Anna Mikhaileva, and she's come from St. Petersburg in Russia. So handled here by another Russian lady, Mariana Guseva. Again, the Leonberger is a German breed, comes from the town of Leonberg, and it's thought it came from the crossing of a St. Bernard and a Newfoundland.
The breed's name derives from the city of Leonberg in Baden-Württemberg, Germany.
And this one is a multi-champion in 33 different countries, if you please. World winner 2017. And his owners say he's extremely friendly at home. A lovely dog to live with, which is a good job when you're as big as that.
The Leonberger is still seen in the coat of arms of Leonberg. There's lion-like colours, red, fawn, sometimes with a black mask. The black mask shouldn't extend beyond the eyebrows. So very heavily boned and strong.
Now we turn our attention to one of the oldest.
Now that is an impressive dog, the Mastiff. Probably one of the oldest recognised breeds, dating back to Anglo-Saxon times, when the word masty meant powerful, and that's what you can see in this breed. This is champion Feynad Frankincense. Frank, he's 3 years old, handled by George Zade in the ring tonight. A true gentleman, they say he is. Best in show at the Mastiff Association in 2018, so already on the road to glory this year.
Certainly other breeds that might match or come close to his height.
Now, the breed used to be known as the Old English Mastiff, and it hails back perhaps 2,000 years and was here certainly when the Romans came. Now, records tell us of a dog in the Battle of Agincourt helping its owner with great feats of courage. Again, these were gamekeepers' dogs to ward off poachers as well.
And truly massive. There's no upper limit for either size or weight. Square head from virtually every angle.
And he won Best in Show at the Mastiff Association only 2 weeks ago, and modesty forbids me to tell you who was the judge there. and he was called Frank, so that's a good omen. One hopes, yes.
A watchful guardian who thinks he's a lapdog.
And here is another Mastiff breed. It's the Neapolitan Mastiff, acts of heroic, and his pet name is Red, and he was judged by Dr. Ron James, who also judged the Mastiffs. And it's owned by Kim Slater and Mattiaki Murphy, and they come from Wales, and it's Mattiaki who's handling here. Now, this again originated in Italy, and it was thought to have led the Roman legions into battle, often wearing spiked collars, a forbidding sight for the enemy.
Typically Mastiff in type, but this dog doesn't want to be too overdone. And what's lovely about this Best of Breed winner is you've got the bone, you've got the head, but nothing is overdone there.
Again, the breed in the early days was quite exaggerated, with too much wrinkle, which caused eye problems, too much loose skin. The breeders have worked hard to free it of exaggeration, and are now a much healthier breed.
Well, they're probably established in Newfoundland. Its forebears are probably French or Basque.
Unusual to see a brown coming through to the best in group ring at Crufts. Normally black. This is the Newfoundland. This is Newgarden Laurie Nana at home, 3 years old, owned by Danielle Marie Ball. Developed around the island from which it takes its name, the Newfie probably dates back to the 15th century.
Wonderful family as well.
Broad head, short square muzzle, deep set. They're deep chested and should be a powerful but very sound dog on the move.
And this has to be the ultimate working dog. You know, the Newfoundland used to help their fishermen retrieving fishing nets, pulling in the boats. They're great at water rescue, carting. In the early days, they used to help the lumberjacks drag piles of cut down trees on carts. Fantastic dogs. And here is the distinctive outline of the Portuguese Water Dog. This one, international champion, Sunshine of My Life, de Piona de Aviva, known as Sunny. And it's owned by Angelika Ebenitz, and she comes from Germany. Now, this is a breed which was also a water dog, developed in Portugal for helping the fishermen bring in the nets, bring in the boats. But
the Portuguese Godfrey once served as crew on fishing trips between Los
And the Portuguese Water Dog can have two quite distinct coat types, either long, loosely waved, or shorter and with more compact curls. Muzzle and hindquarters are clipped into that characteristic pattern. Relatively large head, the Portuguese Water Dog, deep in body, and that tail carried in a ring.
It's a very important feature, the tail. It has to be carried up and over the loin. Now, here again, this dog is versatile. It was also used as a messenger dog between fisher boats, and it said as a fog warning, and it used to bark to give warning at where boats were present.
So, from Portugal, we move back to
Instantly recognisable, the Rottweiler. This champion, Juff Happy Bunny, known as Peggy, 2.5 years old, owned by Janice Horton.
of the cattle trade.
Way back in the days of the Roman Empire, when engineers were busy building magnificent roads, meat was moved on the hoof. So these herding dogs were required as powerful guards of the cattle as they were moved along the new roads.
Original purpose in life.
Judge Dave Killerley has had a lot of experience with very good Rottweilers, so he'll be looking at this with a specialist eye. It gets its name Rottweiler from the town of Rottweil, which was a big cattle centre in Germany in Roman times, and it's thought that the Romans left some of their dogs there, and the breed was developed there.
Strong, driving, supple movement is what we're looking for. Broad and deep-chested, nice straight back, slightly longer than tall. They've been so successful in this country, such a popular working dog, and handled right, they're magnificently loyal companions.
Yes. Highly intelligent, but they need sensible, intelligent owners because they're a wonderful breed.
And the next breed to be seen is the Russian Black Terrier. The breed was judged today by
The Russian Black Terrier. Almost unpronounceable. Medvezaya Staya Nazlednik Prestula. How about that for my Russian? So it's come all the way from Russia. The handler Victoria Poloskaya. And great win here. It's already a junior European champion, Russian champion, and a champion in Latvia. So very experienced.
crossing giant Schnauzer, Airedale Terrier, Rottweiler, and perhaps other breeds.
Well, we've just seen the Rottweiler, and that's thought to be one of the precursors of the Russian Black Terrier, developed very much as a military dog, using the giant Schnauzer and probably the Airedale too. They need to be massive, 70 centimetres tall, 70 kilos in weight, so you don't want to be lifting this one in and out the back of the car.
And it's a relatively modern breed. It first appeared at a show in Moscow as recently as 1955, so that's, in dog terms, that's relatively modern. They were bred by the Army breeding station to get a dog which was a good guard dog and a good working dog.
All black or black. Best of breed, Russian Black Terrier 2054.
There was a very high entry of St Bernard's.
The massive head of the St Bernard, twice as long as round as it is in length, carried on that long muscular neck, wide and deep body, powerful with really heavy bone, but you need soundness, a relatively level back, and we should see an easy, powerful gait when it moves. This one Irish champion and an international champion too. Bullmastiff, Jack of Diamonds, 5 years old, has come to compete from Ireland for Brian and Margaret O'Sullivan.
They mix these local dogs with Newfoundland types, Great Danes as well apparently.
And he's won his third CC in England today, which means he becomes an English champion, which is a great achievement. It's a long way to campaign a dog coming from Ireland.
Lovely balanced outline there, standing.
They have to have good length of leg, good substance, without exaggeration anywhere. A strong skull, deep square muzzle, not over wrinkled at all. You want clean eyes in the breed. Health, very important, and the breeders have done well to get soundness with health and improving the eyes in the breed.
And of course, originally a search and rescue dog in the Great St. Bernard Pass in Switzerland.
2153, the St. Bernard Mastiff.
And here the Siberian Husky, Kluagin Chaska, known as Nia, at her home. She's come from Stafford. Her owners are Mr. Ian and Teresa Wakeling, and it's Ian who's handling here. The dog's become a champion today, and the owner said it doesn't get any better than this, winning the best of breed at Crufts.
Facial marks only add to the appeal of this breed, which originated in Siberia.
This is the raciest of the sled dogs, really. The Siberian's medium in size, quick and really light on his feet. They should be balance and power all through. This one, pure white.
Again, they're light, they're the speediest of the dogs, and of course if you go into the sled and harness racing, this is the breed which wins all the championships. Actually, it had its first major win today, not yet a champion, so what a way to start.
Fox-like head, deep-chested, plenty of heart room for the exercise it has to take, and that fox brush of a tail.
Siberian Husky,
and 10 years old, so it's fit for function in its veteran years.
Ron James had a very good entry of Tibetan Mastiffs, 58 here for Ron.
Draki Kulan has come all the way from Finland to compete at Crufts today. This is the Tibetan Mastiff, 3 years old, known as Kulan at home. Probably provided the root stock for the Roman Molosser, and hence the bulk of the European Mastiff you can see in these breeds. They were originally a herder and a guarder, slow maturing dog, takes his time to come to his absolute best. That broad head, heavy bone.
47, but the first dog from Tibet was imported to England and actually given to Queen Victoria.
It's thought that the Tibetan Mastiff is one of the most ancient of any dog breed, and the prototype for all the Mastiff or Molosser breeds. In its native Tibet, it was often tethered on a chain at the gate of the property, and a forbidding guard dog. Here, this male carries a very typical long mane of hair down its neck and shoulders, one of the hallmarks of the breed.
And despite his size and weight, a powerful free mover.
Individual examination of the striking, working best of breeds. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them all a round.
So Dave Killerley looking at his best of breed winners. He's had a good chance to go over them all, but who is he going to pick for the very first of our group winners?
There were 2,412 working dogs entered across.
Now he's going to walk around and just remind himself of what he saw on hands-on examination, just taking in the finer details. He'll be sorting out in his mind which dogs are going to be in my shortlist here.
Every dog will have its
A very inscrutable expression there as he walks down the line. Giant Schnauzer, that lovely young Great Dane.
Greenland Dog and the Hovawart.
The Discover Dog area in Ring 3A.
Right, back to the head of the line. Who is he going to pull out?
See any of the other 200 odd dogs recognised by the Kennel Club in the Discover Dog area at all 3A.
The Alaskan Malamute is called forward, and the Bouvier and the Boxer. The Dobermann, the Giant Schnauzer, is the Bullmastiff is called forward too. He's called in the young Newfoundland and the Rottweiler, the young Rottweiler bitch. So there we are. There's our 8 shortlisted dogs for this working group. So there we are. The Alaskan Malamute, its tail waving gently as it should, and they're going back to the edge of the ring, and we'll see them sent up and down for a last look at movement.
Judge moves our shortlisted breeds back to the lineup along the back of the ring. I'm sure each will be moved again.
There are 5 females and 3 males in this shortlist.
Now,
instead, he's definitely going to move them again.
So here we go, we're going to see them move again.
It's your chance.
And the first is the Alaskan Malamute.
The tail waving gently like a waving plume, absolutely typical. It's in great coat. You can see the coat and condition on this weatherproof coat.
Now here goes the Bouvier Des Flandres.
Again, the strength of the Bouvier. Sturdy dog under that matte textured coat. He's won the group at Crufts before in the past, so he's an experienced show dog.
Next up, the ever popular boxer, champion Lanfrese Ocolado, Dave, top winner.
Another who was already winner of a working group, so big winning dog.
And the Bullmastiff, William. Higher Dunscar on a mission with Coolymore.
I love the lightness of movement of this dog. He just is looking a little tired. He was in the Champion Stakes earlier, but I like him. And to top the breed at Crufts is a great achievement for a young dog.
Champion Djurjevic, Penelope Pitstop, the Dobermann. Big cheer from the crowd, always a popular breed. That lovely, elastic, relaxed gait, still showing her socks off.
This clean, crisp outline.
Now here goes the giant Schnauzer.
The giant Schnauzer.
Best of breed here at Crufts in the past, so very experienced in the big ring atmosphere with Kevin
giant
Cullen.
Schnauzer, both 2016 and 2017. That gorgeous Newfoundland, Nana.
Not yet a champion, winning her second CC today, and a young bitch, but looking to have a great future. Lovely type and top line, and light on her feet.
She's so balanced, isn't she? Real quality there. The Rottweiler.
Another youngster, not yet 3. She's 2 years and 9 months old. Already a big winner. I like her top line and her balance, and a very good mover.
And called Happy Bunny because she has the most fantastically happy,
Yes.
joyful character.
Dave.
So Dave Killaley's had a chance to go over these dogs. He's seen them move again. And of course at this level now he's looking for performance. You don't just win the group because you are the best of the best. You win the group because you put in a great performance too. Just that extra 10%.
No. That's a beautiful outline on the Dobermann. The elegance of the giant Schnauzer. What's he thinking?
Weighing them up in his mind. The boards are out.
The winner of the working group, Crufts 2018.
It's the young Newfoundland.
Look at the owner's face.
Oh my God, she says. Yes, we could lip read there. Marvellous.
And actually so well deserved. She looked fantastic on the move right up to the last. Nana the Newfoundland, Newgarden Laurie Nanya, beautiful working group winner for Crufts 2018.
And in second place, it's the Dobermann, Penelope Pitstop. So a great win for her too.
And third in the working
Into group 3, that magnificent boxer.
Ocolado, the top winning boxer last year.
And working group 4 is...
Group 4 goes to the Alaskan Malamute.
That's Snowshoes Aurora Borealis with Jesse Smith handling.
All shortlisted finalists in this lovely working group. Huge congratulations to our winner.
A sporting handshake for our group winner. The first of our group winners, the first of our finalists to go through to Best in Show on Sunday night. For Danielle Mary Ball from Blackburn, Newgarden Laurie Nanya, Nana the Newfoundland. What a wonderful win.
And absolutely a star-studded group from big winners. This was a new face on the block, not yet a champion. How marvellous and refreshing, full of life and vitality. So And a very happy Ernie. We're good. So she'll come back on Sunday evening to compete for Best in Show. So that's going to be a great experience for her handler. The dog herself is quite unfazed in this atmosphere. The tail hasn't stopped.
To interview the winner of this fabulous working group. Did you ever dream this morning? Have you had to travel very far? Not too bad. But you must be absolutely over the moon.
I don't feel well.
You've got a few days to rest before Sunday, but absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much. We're going to send these fabulous working group winner and the other placings round on their lap of honour. Thank you very much. Please show your appreciation for the winners of the working group, the Newfoundland, the Dobermann, the Boxer.